Now, paying attention to all of those different types of things will help you as you begin to curate your shoe collection. And we're going to talk about a few things that you should pay attention to. What you are wearing them for. And this comes in two phases. The first one is understanding the value proposition of what you're purchasing. Now, I have a whole lot of guys who are new grads, who are just stepping out into the business space, and they spend $100 at the fashion store that will give you a good looking product without it being a qualitative product. Now, I know you know how I feel about some of these lower end fashion brands. It's a love-hate relationship, but especially when it comes to your shoes, you'll spend that $100 and then go out and spend $250, $500, $1,000 on some sneakers that are fashionable but are going to be limited. Now again, even though we have become a much more business casual society, there's still certain limits to that sneaker when you are wearing it. And so the only thing that I'm telling you to do is have a proper value assessment for the things that are going to help you make money and the things that will allow you to just look good after you've made that money. And once you understand that, then the next thing that you want to pay attention is what you're wearing them for in a social sense. Is this going to be formal? Is this going to be business? Or is this going to be something casual? Now, I have no problem with the guy who just wants quality all across the board. So he spent $1,000 on his sneakers. He spent $1,500 on a great pair of whole cut Oxfords, and he spent another $1,000 on some great drivers or some great loafers. That's a qualitative dude. I'm not mad at him. But he understands that in each one of those situations, he is going to properly present himself. So he is going to put on the sneakers in a casual environment. He has the loafers in a business casual or laid back environment. And he can also switch those to the sneakers depending on the industry that he's in. And in that space, when he needs to dress up to bless up, he's prepared for that situation. The third thing that you want to pay attention to is how your shoe will wear. Not how you're wearing it, but how it will wear itself. And that's important because that shoe was a living being. It was a part of a calf. It was a part of a crocodile. And so because of those things, it still requires upkeep to make sure that that shoe looks lively. So you want to make sure that you are getting it shined, your shoes shine, that you're oiling them, and that you're making sure that the shoe trees are sitting in those to keep the shape of the shoe. And a qualitative shoe is going to have that resilience better than something that you just got at one of those fashionable stores. And even when it comes to the maintenance of how to care for that shoe, it's going to be a much easier investment on your pocketbook and on your mind when you're making that maintenance cost. Just think about it like this. If you spend $100 on those shoes and now you have to take them into your cobbler to have them resoled, rehealed, and shined, and that's going to cost you $150, are you going to be as likely to do so with those shoes you got from the fashion brand, or are you just going to want to go purchase some of those new shoes all over again? There's a benefit in keeping the shoes that you have when you are wearing them and you see how they wear. The more that you wear them, the more they begin to conform to your feet, and your feet will begin to rest in the same spaces that they did before. That's going to make the shoes more comfortable. They'll be able to last longer, and they'll be a much more impactful look when you're wearing them. So that's just something for you to consider before you're so quick to go out and buy that $150 pair of shoes when you could have spent $500 or $600 and made a quality investment. And making that quality investment will speak to a strong base of foundational principles that you stand on, that you're willing to care for things that you make investments in, that you really want and pay attention to how the base of who you are reflects the whole of who you are. And maybe that's why your father or any OG that you may have been around told you, and if he didn't, he should have, that shoes are one of the best and most important investments that you can ever make. It's also why I believe moms tell their daughters that if you want to see the soul of a man, you should pay attention to his shoes. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Try that on, see how it fits you. Make sure that you're checking us out on all of our social media platforms at Style Architects. Make sure that you are leaving a comment in the comment box letting me know what it is that you stand on when it comes to your shoes. Again, if you're a sneakerhead, there's nothing wrong with that. I just would love to hear what you feel like those sneakers speak for you when you are stepping out into certain spaces. And let's begin to have a conversation. Make sure that you subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Share this with your friends who are looking to make some shoe purchases so that they can make sure that they're doing it in a way that speaks to their style. Check us out on stylearchitects.com, especially if you're about to make those purchases, where we can help you redesign your frame of mind when it comes to this styling thing. And don't ever forget that dress is nothing more than the expression of a man's state of mind, so you should always dress to express. I'm out. Peace.